Welcome back to Dwarf Fortress, where we are continuing with the second half of the year 259, here in Dastotdeg, the mountain home of Dastotdeg, now that the queen is here. We've just defeated a goblin siege, but all is not well because one of our dwarves has been very naughty. Odom Vukarbisek, a woodcutter, has multiple counts of disorderly conduct and vandalism. And, he's going to jail. Uh-oh, it looks like the stress of hauling dwarves to prison has gotten to the captain of the guard, and he is now stumbling around obliviously. I am going to make a dwarf named Nil Atishem, the new captain of the guard. She should do a fantastic job. You know, I forgot these two little cells were here next to the barracks for imprisoning dwarves. But here's Odom and Deller, a bone carver, in prison. Whoa, what's this? There's a corpse just laying in the hallway here. Song Astraguxputs, mutilated corpse. What happened here? Oh, it's a goblin corpse. Song Devil Sores, Goblin Blood. What happened? Thanks for just leaving that corpse in the middle of the hallway where everybody walks by it. I am feeling an itch to strike back at the goblins. A day's travel to the northeast lies the Dark Goblin Pits of Water Nightmares, population 30. This is part of the Silty Nightmares, the goblins that are at war with us. I feel like I should raid this site. I am sending the Vengeance Squad, the Daggers of Worth, and the Granite Rooters. Although it's just occurred to me that if all my dwarves are acclimated to underground, how are they going to walk across the surface to get there to do this raid? You know, a little bit of quick reading, and I think I've changed my mind. I don't think I want to send them out. My dwarves are severely cave adapted right now, and if they try to go overland, it could be a disaster. I'm trying an experiment here to see if I can get my military dwarves adapted to the light again. I set up a patrol route that basically just has them walk outside for a little while and then underground and then back outside again. So maybe that will help them, and then maybe I can send them out on a raid later on. Holy frack! The Hydra Ngomstu, Ospluamul Smaspest Lasut has come. A giant dragon-like monster with 7 biting heads. This is the worst possible time for this, because I have a number of my dwarves wandering around on the surface trying to reduce their cave adaptation. So a lot of them are sick right now. Oh wow, it's right down here on the south side of the map, and a couple of my dwarves, my regular worker dwarves, are just out here right next to him. The Hydra is very fat, his scales are red, his eyes are black. Well, let's try to get all the civilians inside. He's moving right toward my dwarves very fast. Oh, that guy's dead. That dwarf is dead. That miner just got wrecked. A lot of parts of that miner went sailing off in an arc. Oh, yuck. Seems to be sated for now. Okay, now he's moving again. He's heading toward the stairs. Oh, he did go downstairs, but now he sees some of the animals and he's chasing after the animals. Oh, now he stopped. Now moving toward the tunnel entrance. Oh, one of my dwarves is outside. Oh, there's a scholar. The scholar's dead. The Hydra's now attacking one of my military dwarves. Oh, he's dead. That was quick. That was the monster slayer Gashuda Engatolano. The Hydra is running really fast along the surface, going after some cats now, I think.
The royal has declared a mandate.
Well, that's a great time for that. The Queen would like us to stop messing around with this Hydra and make 3 cabinets, please. The Hydra is wandering back toward the tunnel entrance, and he's coming in the tunnel now. And the Hydra is at the bridge now. He's going downstairs. He has chosen to hang around down here where the prisoners are kept. Looks like he's setting up camp there in the execution room. I might have to go after him down there. I'm gonna try to cover up these stairs and block that Hydra down at the bottom of this chasm. It means I need to turn off the civilian alert, though. Well, of course one of my dwarfs has come down here to pick up some equipment. Of course they have. Hopefully he will turn back. Nope, he's not turning back. He's dead. Goodbye, Gem Cutter. You were legendary once. Now you're a lump of flesh. Oh, more dwarves are going down there. This isn't working. Dwarves are just running down there, picking up equipment, trying to eat. I'm resuming the civilian alert. The dwarves are leaving again. Thank God. One of those guys with the chief medical dwarf was about to walk in there. Okay, I've painted a pathway in the burrow, so hopefully a worker can get over here and cover up these stairs. Been sitting here waiting a million years for somebody to come construct this piece of floor, and nobody will do it. And the second that I turned off the burrows, this guy decided to come out here and build the floor, and I'm hearing somebody get killed down below. Nice. Some idiot dwarf walked into the Hydra room with their baby, and they both died. There are 2 other dwarves about to get killed, so I gotta turn on the burrow again, because not only are they gonna get killed, they're gonna get sealed down in there. Oh, never mind, it's too late, they're already sealed down in there. Whoops. Sorry, dwarves, that's what you get. Now these 2 dwarves are stuck down here with the Hydra. Both these dwarves down there keep wandering into the Hydra room and getting hit, and then they run away, and now they're bleeding all over everything. I'm trying to remove the section of floor to get them out. Well, too late. They're dead. That was the metal crafter Led Umamavuz. Ha, Led. Get it? He doesn't have a head anymore. The other one was the planter Edom Tosidumstiz. So I think the Hydra is contained in here now, at least moderately contained. The question is, now what do we do? It's the next day now, and I've had some time to ponder this Hydra situation, and I think I'm going to try to dig a staircase down into the execution room, as I call it, and try to assault the Hydra from there. I haven't been mentioning this, but Cadel Logematos, the naked poet, has been depressed a lot lately. He just sinks into depression every other 5 minutes. He's got pants on, but they're in tatters. So I'm just gonna dump them and see if he'll pick up some new pants, because surely there must be more pants around for him to wear. I am gonna move most of my army down into this room now. My hope is that if I remove a section of the wall here, the Hydra will see my dwarves and come charging out into the big room. Alright, here we go. Removing the wall. Man, I hope there's enough. I hope I have enough here. The miner is removing the section of wall right in front of the Hydra. Man, I am nervous about this. I just feel like I'm gonna lose every one of my dwarves right now. There we go. Oh, my dwarves are moving in. They're fighting. My dwarves went into the room to fight the Hydra. The Hydra is enraged. There's fighting. I think the Hydra's dead. The Hydra's dead. We did it. We killed the Hydra. The Hydra is no more. One of the founders, Solon Bunjiknil, Old reliable Solon hacked off the Hydra's fourth head, and the severed parts sailed off in an arc. One of the vengeful daggers, Id Azumsat, dealt with the sixth and seventh heads. Tulon Alakalin, one of the daggers of Worth, stabbed the Hydra in the heart with his spear. Another vengeful dagger, Rigoth Dishmabkathir, bashed the Hydra in the fourth head, and the injured part exploded into gore. Unfortunately, it looks like the Mark's dwarf Solon Zuglaramud took the brunt of the damage and was bitten several times by the Hydra.
I've been wounded. No, that's not annoying. I've been injured badly, but I can keep it together. This is my fight too. There is no need to feel vengeful.
Solon is the one laying on the ground here amidst all of the Hydra gore. Here we go, somebody's picked him up and is carrying him back to the hospital. Solon is receiving treatment in the hospital. He has cuts all over his arms and legs and hands, but doesn't look like anything too serious. He just needs cleaning and dressing. Meanwhile, another dwarf has slipped into depression, Dastotdeg, a clothier. And a lot of my dwarves are having trouble now. I've got like 4 and 5. 4 bad and 5 on the verge. The things are going downhill here. This is not good. Kirill Tekudfathor is throwing a tantrum down here in one of the temples. She happens to be the wife of Deller Uzulkaban, the bone carver who was thrown in jail a while back, and she's also the granddaughter of the queen. Oh, she's just started a fist fight with somebody at the workshop. Oh, now she's beating up a doctor. And winter is upon us. While we are watching Kirill Tekudfathor run around beating people up, winter has arrived here in the year 259. And I think it's going to be a long winter if all of our dwarves are throwing tantrums. Well, we have some good news here. Momuz Kaletidun has created Umamsanath, a rounded lead greaves. Lead greaves. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Olan Soothedpulleys. Umamsanath, the Untamed Adventure, worth 35,520, and it is decorated with cave spider silk encircled with bands of briolet cut red spinels, menaces with spikes of lead, and hoary marmot leather. On the item is an image of an octagon cut gem in quartzite. Oh, Dukem, the former captain of the guard, is punching people out here in the middle of the library. She started a fight with an axe dwarf. That was smart. And she got hacked up. And the axe dwarf is still chopping. Oh, the axe dwarf just killed Dukem right in the middle of the library. Oh, poor Dukem. I mean, she was troubled, but oh man, this monster slayer, Shorist Zontirdelek, just was like, I ain't having any of that. You do not punch a monster slayer. I guess he was justified in his defense, but man, that was harsh. Man, this axe dwarf just chopped her right in the head with an axe. Our time in the eternal universes is so brief. Begone, fear. I guess that's one way to thin down the population of unhappy dwarves. Cadel Logematost, the naked bard, has just received a beating and is now shaken to the core for his previous acts of disobedience. Kirill Tekudfather is now receiving her punishment. Well, this poet has thrown another tantrum. So I'm afraid I'm gonna send the naked poet away to clear daggers. We have given him enough chances to find some new clothes to wear, and he has refused to cover himself. Goodbye, Cato Legematost. I hope you find the pants that you seek elsewhere. We've got a whole gaggle of people here who want to become citizens of Sword-Even, but I just don't want to add any more people. The frame rate is really bad already. So I'm sorry, guys. I am denying all of these. My average frame rate is down to 18 FPS now, which is really hard to deal with. Well, I rebooted and I enabled the DFHack performance tweak thing in the starter pack, and now my frame rate went all the way up to 20, and it keeps falling. I've gone back to putting my military outside again, patrolling around, and I've also added some space here at the top of these towers for them to just station there and stand out in the light. I think it's working to cut down on their cave acclimation. They're also waging an endless war against the capybaras out on the map. They just keep destroying them whenever they run into them. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but it's been a really quiet winter. Basically nothing has happened. Other than a series of tantrums, of course, and a lot of dwarves sinking into depression. We've got 1, 2, and 6 on the bad side of the happiness scale right now. I've been turning down petitions for entry right and left. Otherwise, building these 2 towers has been pretty much the only construction project. I've built them so that during the next siege, hopefully my Marks dwarves can come out here and shoot out from these top levels a little more effectively than they were doing out in down in the tunnels. The mess from the Hydra is cleaned up now. It's back to a regular old training room. I haven't dealt with anybody in cages since the last siege. I've started building some more apartments on the residential level. These are larger apartments. I'm hoping I can use these to move the more troubled dwarves into them. And maybe that'll improve their mood if they have more stuff in their rooms. I don't know if that actually helps or not, but I'll give it a try. I think it did actually help Addie, the former guard, the former captain of the guard, who was doing poorly at the beginning of this year, but she's actually fine now at the end of the year. She really likes quartzite, so I made her a room in the quartzite area, of course, and I put a bunch of quartzite stuff in there. I haven't checked in on Bearchild, the child of the mayor from those years ago. He's still a kid. He's playing make-believe right now. I try to live and behave properly. He seems to be doing fine. He's had no troubles. He did stumble over that dead goblin in the middle of the hallway and didn't like that too much, but other than that, he's fine. The Queen's royal throne room and dining room and bedroom are coming along. They're not quite up to her standards yet, but we are closer. I just keep throwing gold things in there and hoping it makes her happy. Man, this frame rate is really dragging me down. It does sort of suck all the fun out of it. It's great for combat situations, but for everyday building situations, 17 frames per second is just not cutting it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand to do another year of this. I think I might retire this fortress and create a new, lean, small fortress, and then from that one work on attacking the goblins. And here we are. Spring has arrived. The year 259 has ended and the year 260 has begun. It's been a taxing year. Pausing so that we can save the game right here and go from here. I say taxing because it was putting up with the FPS has been really difficult this year. But I feel like we did really well against the Goblin Siege, and we did okay against the Hydra, I guess. We lost a lot of civilians, but we only had one military casualty because he just happened to get caught outside. But the rest of my guys just sort of decimated that Hydra. Let me do a quick rundown of every level of my fortress, because this might be the last time that I see it. So I just want to get this information on my video. Here's the caverns. Let's scroll down a little bit here because I did build some stuff down here. I added a whole bunch of corpses and things down there. And that's it. Oh, I forgot the topmost layer. The top of the towers there. And one level up. I didn't build ceilings on them yet because I wanted open air so the dwarves would get more sunlight. So that's gonna do it for the year 260 here in Dastotdeg, Sword Even. The domain of the Whips of Clearing. We have cleared out a lot of goblins. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later. And a brief epilogue here to say that I am now officially retiring Dastotdeg for the time being. Yes, I'm really retiring. Your fortress has settled into the rhythm of day-to-day living beyond your meticulous concern. Goodbye, Dastotdeg, for now. I did make a copy of the save directory, so in case something goes horribly wrong here, I can get it back.